Hello, math lovers. This is Teacher Lizelle. How are you? Are you ready to learn today? But before we will start, let me remind you for some important things to do. First, secure a safety place. You need to find a quiet place or a place where you are comfortable to listen and watch this video. Next, prepare needed materials like ballpen, pencil, paper, or notebook so that you can jot down important things upon watching the video that can help you to understand the lesson. And the last, feedbacking. After you finish watching the video, please leave comments or give feedback so that I will know if this video helps you or this video needs improvement for you to understand more. But before to discuss the topic, we will energize ourselves first. We're going to sing a song about math. Okay, follow me. Mathematics, mathematics, how it thrills, how it thrills. It is so exciting and so interesting. I love math, I love math. Today, we're going to tackle Mathematics 8, Quarter 3, Week 3. But before we're going to proceed, we will have our vocabulary first. So I have here two words. First is congruent, and the second is similar. Okay, are they the same? Let's check. Okay, congruent means same shape and same size, while similar means same shape but different size. I have here a picture. So how can you describe the picture? Is it congruent or similar? Yes, it is congruent because if you try to examine the picture, they have the same shape and the same size. That is why our lesson for today is about triangle congruence. You're going to identify the corresponding parts of congruent triangles and illustrate triangle congruence. So this topic is based on this competency with corresponding competency code. We have here two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. If we're going to overlap the two triangles, we can notice that the three pairs of vertices coincide with each other. A corresponds to D, B corresponds to E, and C corresponds to F. So upon coinciding the three pairs of the vertices, we can identify the three corresponding angles and the three pairs of corresponding sides. What are they? And the corresponding angles and corresponding sides of triangle ABC and triangle DEF. So for corresponding angles, angle A and angle D, angle B and angle E, angle C and angle F. And for the corresponding sides, side EB and side DE, side BC and side EF, and side EC and side DF. Okay, let us check if the corresponding angles and the corresponding sides of triangle ABC and triangle DEF are congruent. Okay, angle E and angle D, okay, they are congruent. Angle B and angle E They're also congruent. Angle C and angle F are also congruent. How about the corresponding side? Okay, side EB and side DE are also congruent. Side BC and side EF are also congruent. Side EC and side DF are also congruent. So what is congruent triangles? Two triangles are congruent if their vertices can be paired so that corresponding sides are congruent and corresponding angles are congruent. Example, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. If you are going to check each angle and each side of the two triangles have indicated markings. So this marking shows their correspondence, wherein angle A corresponds to angle D, angle B corresponds to angle E, and angle C corresponds to angle F. For example, name the 6 pairs of corresponding parts of the triangle. So we have here triangle PQR and triangle STU. So what are the corresponding angle and corresponding side of this triangle? So for corresponding angle, angle P is congruent to angle S, angle Q is congruent to angle T, and angle R is congruent to angle U. And for the corresponding sides, side PQ is congruent to side ST, side QR is congruent to side TU, and side RP is congruent to side SU. So therefore, triangle PQR is congruent to triangle STU. Another example, triangle EBD is congruent to triangle CBD. So since triangle EBD is congruent to triangle CBD, the 6 pairs of congruent corresponding parts are, for corresponding angle, we have angle A is congruent to angle C. Angle EBD is congruent to angle CBD. And angle ADB is congruent to angle CDB. So if you notice, the second and third corresponding angles did not use a single capital letter. Why? Because B and D is a common vertex for triangle EBD and triangle CBD. So it is not appropriate to name an angle by using a single capital letter when two or more angles are sharing the same vertex. Naming the angle as angle B and angle D could lead to confusion. So for corresponding sides, we have here side EB is congruent to side BC, and side BD is congruent to side BD, and side DE is congruent to side DC. Now, it's your turn. Get your ballpen and paper. Let's check if you follow and understand our lesson. So, answer exercise number 1. So, name the 2 congruent triangles unless the 3 pairs of congruent sides and 3 pairs of congruent angles similarly marked in the figure. Are you done? Okay, let's check if your answer is correct. Let's check the answer. Okay, angle B is congruent to angle D, angle BEC is congruent to angle DCE, angle BCE is congruent to angle DEC. And for the corresponding sides, we have Side EB is congruent to side DC, side BC is congruent to side DE, and side EC is congruent to side EC. So therefore, triangle EBC is congruent to triangle EDC. Exercise number 2. Write the congruent statement for pair of triangles. Triangle blank is congruent to triangle blank. And the correct answer is triangle PMN is congruent to triangle NOP. So again, when can you see that the two triangles are congruent? So two triangles are congruent if their vertices can be paired so that corresponding sides are congruent and corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, now let's apply if we really understand our lesson for today by answering the 4 questions. Okay, question number 1. Which of the following shows the correct congruent statement for the figure below? Letter A. Triangle NMO is congruent to triangle QPR. Letter B. Triangle NMO is congruent to triangle RPQ. Letter C. Triangle NMO is congruent to triangle RQP. And letter D. Triangle NMO is congruent to triangle PRQ. So what is the answer? And the correct answer is letter B. So triangle NMO is congruent to triangle RPQ. Question number 2. The triangles at the right are congruent. Which of the following statements should be true? Letter A. Angle M is congruent to angle K. Letter B. Side MX is congruent to side KC. Letter C. Angle X is congruent to angle C. And letter D. Side XE is congruent to side FK. So what is the answer? Okay. Letter D. So side XE is congruent to side FK. Question number 3. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle STU. Which angle corresponds to angle A? Letter A, angle S. Letter B, angle T. Letter C, angle U. Letter D, none of this. And the correct answer is letter A. So angle A corresponds to angle S. Last question. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DAF. Which side is congruent to side BC? Letter A, side DE. Letter B, side EF. Letter C, side DF. Letter D, none of this. And the answer is letter B. So side BC is congruent to side EF. Now, who got a perfect score? Okay, if not, try to watch again the video so that you can understand our lesson for today. But before we will end our discussion, let me share you this. Mathematics of life. Life plus laughter times love minus hate equals happiness. Thank you for watching. See you next time.